you doing? John Bonham here, Cape Cod Wet Shaving. Video time. Very excited. Been a while. Finally got the time and energy to do one. Do everything together. Gonna be a good one. I haven't used this set in quite a while and it's very near and dear to me. It's gonna be Lost Fort from Talbot Shaving. Did a collaboration with Chad of Talbot Shaving. How you doing, bud? To make that one. And I got the matching splash from Sean at Male Grooming. Very nicely done, the splash I mean. And as a special little treat, Chad made me some extrait of this fragrance, which I'm going to add on at the end of my shave. I'm going to go ahead and prep and lather and do all that off screen in order to save some time. But do a little pre-shave oil. Oh crap, I'm gonna have to go switch that. I'm gonna get the natural unscented Subtle Art Soap pre-shave oil, not the citrus. So I'll go grab that here in a second. And I'm gonna use this balm, the Près de Provence number 63. It's a little woodsy, not too overly powerful, so it won't mess with the fragrance of this soap. And speaking of which, the scent of it is pine needle, woods, several. Leaves, kind of more akin to wet leaves, and a hint of honeysuckle. Chad calls it fleeting honeysuckle because it doesn't last for long. But it's very nice. And a few people, since I posted my shave of the day this morning, a couple people didn't know that it was a collaboration. They asked me about it, but I did want to show this. This is the actual photograph. It's an old photo. I don't know if you can see the back. But this is the actual photo of my fort in the house where I grew up. This thing is long gone. This fort's been gone for like 30 years. This was taken when I was about 10, I believe. You can see all my toys down there. All the monkey bars, all that. This was like my favorite thing, man. I woke up and I was out here all day if I wasn't riding my bike in the woods. But if you can see right there, this trellis here, this lattice, the honeysuckle grew up that. And it was so thick and prominent, it started growing out on either side onto the fence here. So that's where that honeysuckle note came into. But all the trees and all that around here, when it rained, it was my favorite thing to do, was sitting here while it was pouring the rain. So that's where all the scent notes came from, the pine needle, from all the pine trees, the wet leaves, all that. All right? So near and dear to me. I love this soap. And thank you, Chad, again for that opportunity. And I got my 30mm silver tip spalted maple Cobble Hill Farm brush that John of Cobble Hill Farm personally made for me. How are you, man? One of my favorite brushes that I own. And the Coupe de Gracie, as they say. I'm going to be using my Gem Micromatic razor that I purchased from Phil Decker. How you doing, Phil? From Bricktown Grooming. All right. And obviously I'll be using a gem blade with that. Let me go ahead and palm strop it. I think I told you the palm strop story, where I went shopping for a palm strop after I found out you had to palm strop this thing. So, pretty fun. Good story to tell. All right, let me go switch out that pre-shave. I'll get prepped. I'm gonna lather. I'll be right back, all right? Real quick, I thought I'd hop on here. I was kind of laughing to myself. That's a 30mm brush, man. It's a big boy. Getting that lather going. And I was sitting there swirling, and I was like, you know what, I'll just do this. Because right now I'm trying to balance. I got a lot of wet soap in my bowl here, and I'm trying to balance out and thicken what I have for my lather. So, I don't know. Just thought y'all get a kick out of it. It's a big brush. This is probably the biggest badger brush I have, I believe. Is a 30mm. So, in fact, I remember telling Chad that I got this brush and he went 30. So, I think his sweet spot's like 26, something like that. No biggie. But I am getting the lather going. I was about to say bear with me, which is silly because it's not like this is a live. You guys can pause or fast forward. But here's what I'm getting. See, the air bubbles are a little bit bigger than they need to be, so I do need a teeny bit more soap. Be right back. Let's get to it. Man, this is going to be a good shave. Been looking forward to this all day. I meant to do this video sooner. Like I said, it's been crazy. My wife's been home the last 2 days, and we've been taking advantage of that with the kids being in school. So we've been doing errands, and since she's home, she can watch the baby. So I've been doing stuff around the house. Namely, I almost said leather for some reason, namely laundry. And trying to do a couple of odd jobs. It's warmer out, but not warm by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, it hit 60 degrees, actually 58. 58 degrees about 3 days ago. Just enough to get us excited. I was outside in a t-shirt with my daughter kicking a soccer ball around. And then right after that, we got an all-day rainstorm. And then it hit below freezing again, so not quite there. I don't know if you saw the other, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I did the spearhead heather shave with fougere. And I wanted to use that on camera, and I didn't. As opposed to the shave of the day, I didn't use it. I've used it once. I didn't use it for the purpose, which is to do it on screen, unfortunately. So, glad I'm using this. All right. And if you can tell, I'm a little tired. Been a long day. Our kids had February vacation too last week. Oh my gosh, coffee of the day. Yeah, it's early evening, and I'm drinking coffee. House blend from Gevalia. I don't know, Swedish. Pretty good. I like the house blend. Very yummy. Where's my bowl? All right. Water sound, get ready. Gotta fill up my swishy bowl. It's been so long since I've done a video that I just shave and I don't use it. I run my razor under water instead of using a bowl. Okay, gang. This is actually second time or first time I've used this. First time. This is the first time I've used this, the Micromatic. Oh, yeah, it should be interesting. Here we go. I'm in love with Jim's. Wonderful shavers, man. Joe from Starlight Soap. How you doing, Joe? Got me the G-Bar. And I used it and instantly was in love. I'm still working on my angle. It's so hard to get used to. I'm so used to 30 degrees. This is more 10 degrees. Plate's almost flush against you. Your skin there. All right. I'm trying to get my sideburn even. Might have to do that after the shave. This is an open comb too. I don't know if you saw that. And Chris from Katie's Bubbles. How you doing, Chris? On the off chance do you see this? Is a Jim aficionado. Jim and Everetti's. So I immediately went to him about Knuckleheads downstairs playing. Home from school. Jess is watching him so I could do this. Very sweet of her. Chris was giving me good pointers on this. About the proper angle, and one of the things he had said, or maybe it was Chad, or maybe it was both of them, is how intimidating it is when you first load this razor. Look at that blade exposure. That's a lot of blade, man. And it's daunting. But you'll be all right. Let me see. I didn't get that even at all. I'm gonna have to do that post shave. Let me try to ballpark it. Hope everyone's been well. I know I've been gone from YouTube for a while. Just life being hectic. Nothing bad. Like I said, the kids were out last week for February vacation. So back home in Texas, we had spring break, but we didn't have a winter break. Here they have winter break. Uh-oh. Someone sounds like they're in trouble. I noticed this thing holds a lot of water. I keep having water run down my neck while I'm using it, which is annoying. So I really got to shake this thing out before I do a pass. My daughter's 9 years old and she is sassy as can be. She's down there arguing with my wife. She gets a little rough with the baby. She doesn't mean to. She just doesn't know that he's not capable of the stuff she is. Not mean, not like anything dangerous. Well, can be dangerous, but nothing, you know, bad or purposeful. It's all inadvertently. So if you hear stuff in the background, that's what's going on. So I'm not used to February vacation at all. And it's not cutting. Oh, that's why. I know that's gross. Is that normal? I have no idea. Never used this before. Sitting there trying to get the same spot over and over again. I'm like, this is a new blade. Newer. All right, whatever. Sorry. So the winter vacation, I used to hate it. I thought it was stupid, a waste of time. Now I take it back. I actually am very glad they did it, primarily because I notice we have a tendency to get colder weather and more snow on the Cape in February, end of January, beginning of February. And more importantly, if they didn't get it, they would have basically 2.5 months straight without a major break, maybe like the occasional half day or something, but that's really it. So, 1 week they were off, we made the mistake of taking winter vacation to New Hampshire. Turns out New Hampshire has the same week off that we do. And because of that, the same idea. So, that was a nice lesson to learn. So we literally stay home, hope for snow. No snow, we'll go to an indoor pool or the trampoline park, which is exactly what we did. Beginning of the vacation, we did have snow. We had a storm. So we got to go sledding, which was awesome. So it's a good vacation, basically. So that's what we've been doing. That's where I've been. Just life, living. I've also been approached, subject change a little bit, by somebody in the wet shaving world for a potential business opportunity. I'm not going to say much, really, barely anything. I maybe shouldn't have even brought it up at all. but I am excited about it. This person's a good guy. I met him semi-recently, but he and I hit it off very well. Not to the point that I thought he would want to go into business together, but we've talked kind of recently. And he, in essence, kind of singled me out. Just, I guess I made a good impression on him, but it's really neat. I'm very excited about it. So hopefully, cross your fingers, something will come of this. I don't see why it wouldn't. But it'd be nice to do something that actually made money here for a change. Not just affiliations or anything, but it's funny because I haven't told anybody. I've only told my wife about it. And here I am announcing it on a video. It's interesting because I've had a couple people tell me I should open up a wet shaving business here on the Cape. Between my personality, my love of the hobby, and just my willingness to just talk to anybody, which I am, I think it'd be successful. And I think they might be right. One person says it. That's cool, it's a curiosity, but if like 3 or 4 people say it, might be onto something. So again, I am getting used to this, to the gems. So I have not used this one before. I was thinking I have another gold one. It's never ready. It's not a gem, but gem type, I guess. I don't know what you call it. Gem-esque. I have not used this one. And it can be aggressive, I notice. I might be bleeding. No, a little red. This is the part I was worried about, is once I started going against the grain, but it's not bad. The windstorm, that's what I'm worried about. All right. This is a good shaver. I'm not sure if Phil just didn't like it. It wasn't for him, or he already has one. And he was selling a duplicate. I didn't ask him. I just saw it, and it came in a nice case. I wish I brought it up. But I do actually have, in the case, there's a little spot you can tell it's for a blade, either a blade bank or just a box of blades. I'm hoping it's for a box of blades, because I have found an unopened 1930s box of gem blades that I plan to just put in there just to have it there, because that empty spot bothers me. And yeah, they're en route right now. So here's hoping. This is a nice razor, but it's not going to be a daily driver for me. It's aggressive, as obviously an open comb would be. But I'll be honest with you, I'm surprised I'm not gashing myself here. Between trying to go at the angle to get my hair and the angle I need to maintain for this specific razor. Yeah, not bad. All right, almost 20 minutes. All right, I think that'll do it. Let me see if I need to do any touch-ups, which I don't think I need to. Yeah, right there. I think that's really it. All right, let me do a couple touch-ups. I'll do post-shave. Be right back. Okay. Hope this hasn't been too boring of a video. Thank you if you made it all the way this far. I don't like how that gummed up the hair and the lather and stuff there. Maybe that was a one-off, I'm not sure. Maybe not. It's just annoying because I was sitting here trying to get the same spot and I'm like, what the hell's going on? So if you've never tried a gem, and I'm not an expert at all, I'm still working on it. This probably took about twice as long as someone who's accustomed to a gem would take this shave. Because like I said, I was being more careful trying to keep my angle. Because I don't know, you probably saw I wasn't doing a great job a couple of spots. It was scraping a little. But I think you get more of a closer to a BBS with the gem blade than you do with some of the DE razors. I mean, multiple passes. I'm just one of those people that doesn't really think that a perfect BBS is really worth it, because stuff like that will start to happen to me. My skin just gets pissed at me. And I got myself a little bit right there. You can see right here I scraped. And I think it was when I was coming down, because I scooped. I didn't mean to. Instead of staying flush at the angle, I went like that. But these get closer with less effort, in my opinion, that I've noticed for me, than some of the DE blade razors that I have. So I'm sure with a feather or something, you know, it is what it is. Hopefully not upsetting anybody with that comment. Just in my experience. Splash time. This is gonna burn. Poor little guy. Oh, it's gonna burn. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. So the splash is where it's at with this stuff. The splash gets a cologne with the dry down, an unintended kind of cologne vibe to it. Unmistakably green and woody, but it's really nice. Chad really likes this fragrance too. He said he's been wearing it throughout the winter. Oh, I think it's the pine needle in it. It just gives it the dry down and gives it a really sweet, just nice, unintended cologne-ish kind of vibe to it. Very pleasant. We were both surprised by it. I think West Coast Shaving still has this. And Chad has since retired, unfortunately. There's a couple artisans that I talked to. Both of them said that the wet shaving world lost out on a good good soap maker. Joe at Black Mountain Shaving said that his base was really good, and that's pretty cool. There you go, Chad. I don't know if I told you that or not, but maybe one day. Who knows? If not, it was awesome. Really, I think I was the last collaboration you did. It was very nice. So thank you. That was a real honor to be your last one. What a great soap. Wish it had done more. You know, it had more sales, but you know, people like what they like. Just the whole experience was awesome, and I really threw myself into it. Anyway. So that business thing, hopefully, I don't know, maybe one day soon you'll hear something about it. Maybe you'll hear nothing about it. I don't know. But here's to hoping that me and this individual get together and get something going. I really want to ask a couple people about it just to get some insight into it, but can't, unfortunately. I have to trim that. I got a hair in my... It's funny, I was having a tickle in my nose before I started shaving, and I kept wiping my nose and it wasn't going away. It was a freaking nose hair. I hate getting older. How stupid. One day my eyebrows decided, you know what? I was a 1/4 inch most of your life. But just for the hell of it, I'm just going to continue growing now all of a sudden. So now I have to trim my eyebrows. How the hell does that work? I never had to trim my eyebrows until I was late 30s. I just noticed, like, I'd be walking around and I'd see a hair hanging in my, like, what? I don't know why I'm talking about hair growth other than my face. Good times. Anyway. All right, this will do it. Always say I'm going to try, and I do mean that, with more content. Just like I've said before, I'm not going to do it if I'm not fully invested in it, and I have just not felt it for whatever reason this last couple of weeks. Last week I had a good excuse, but all this week too, I've just been, like I said, I was this close to doing a video with the Heather Fougere soap from Spearhead. I want to do a Spearhead soap on here. It's so damn good. I hope they come out with more. I just haven't had it. It is what it is. But with any luck, I start putting out more, at least one a week. I wanted the Monday monologues. I really like. I love the history shaves, but just the sheer amount of work that goes into those. And I've noticed my viewer count's been dropping off with those for whatever reason. It is what it is, man. I don't know. I always have people come back though, so that's why I do it as the same handful of people that come back, because I know you guys are waiting on it. So I'll do one eventually, just I don't know when. I try to aim for Thursdays. Those were my days. So anywho, thank you very much. Really appreciate you watching. Yeah, I had an orange soda this whole time too. This is Garrett's. Their orange soda is the bomb. As the kids say. Almost forgot this. One will do you. Oh, I got the splash and stuff on my wrists and my hands, so, and this stuff's strong, so don't have to do the dab or any of that. But, all right, thank you everyone. Really appreciate it. Happy shaving. Till next time. See you there. Thanks again. Take care.